Hey, what's up everyone? Josh Quinones here, and today has finally come. Samsung's Unpacked event just happened, giving us a lot of new devices. We got the Galaxy Z Fold 3, the Galaxy Z Flip 3, the Galaxy Buds 2, and the Galaxy Watch 4 and Watch 4 Classic. So definitely quite a few devices. And I know there's tons of videos out there already. I know there's thousands of videos out on YouTube already, but you know what? I want to give you my thoughts on the two devices that I have been looking forward to up to this event, which is the Galaxy Z Fold 3 and the Galaxy Z Flip 3. So I want to start with the Galaxy Z Flip 3 because, believe it or not, this device actually surprised me a lot. I mean, it looks so good. Now, the original Galaxy Z Flip did look really good, but this one just looks so much more premium, at least in my opinion. You still get that boxy look. I mean, it almost does look the same, but somehow it just looked a lot more premium. And then in the front, we're getting a bigger display rather than that little pill-shaped display that we have on the original Galaxy Z Flip. So definitely very good premium looking device. Let's go over some of the specs here that I have. So for the main inside display, we have a 6.7-inch AMOLED display. They are both dynamic AMOLED displays, the inside display and the larger outside display, which is a 1.9-inch. So like I said, a lot bigger than what we had on the original Galaxy Z Flip. We have a mode called Quick Shot. It is IPX8 water resistant. So this is actually really cool because the last one was not water resistant. And I think this is the first time we've ever heard of a foldable water resistant device. And it even says here in their specs, the first water resistant foldable. So if you happen to accidentally spill water on it, or maybe drop it in a puddle of water, I don't know, drop it in the toilet or something, you will be okay. You should be okay. You know, if you happen to accidentally drop it, you can quickly take it out, dry it up, it should be okay. We do now have Armor Aluminum, which is 10% stronger than before. So it should be a bit more durable than before. We got the Gorilla Glass Victus, 4x scratch resistant. We got 3 cameras on the device. So for the outside cameras, we got a 12 megapixel wide angle lens and then an ultra wide angle lens that is also a 12 megapixel camera. And then that inside camera is a 10 megapixel camera. Now we have 2 choices for this device. We have a 128 gigabyte variant with 8 gigabytes of RAM or a 256 gigabyte variant with also 8 gigabytes of RAM. We now have a stereo speaker setup, which is cool because it just makes everything sound a lot louder, a lot more full. So really nice that they're giving this new Galaxy Z Flip 3 that stereo speaker setup. It is a 5G device and does support Wi-Fi 6. We got hands-free flex mode, One UI 3, and some exclusive colors. Now, one really cool feature about the camera on this device that was shown in the event was auto framing. So say you want to set your device up, that way you can take a selfie with a bunch of your friends. So of course you can, fold the device up so the camera's facing you guys. So, say there's, multiple people there, but it starts off with just 3 of you. The 3 of you are there, you're taking your picture, but you want to add somebody into that frame. Well, once you add that person, the camera will automatically auto frame it for you. So if it needs to move over a little bit or if it needs to, go wider so you can fit everybody in, it will do that on its own. So you don't have to, walk up to the phone, mess with the settings or change up the camera mode or anything like that. It will automatically do it for you. So auto framing is definitely a very cool feature when it comes to the cameras. But overall, I'm very excited for the Galaxy Z Flip 3. I am planning on getting it for the channel. This is not the phone that I pre-ordered because I did pre-order the Galaxy Z Fold 3 because I do have the 2 and I would like to compare them both to see if there's any major differences, how much improvement there actually is with the Galaxy Z Fold 3. But I am also planning on getting the Galaxy Z Flip 3 pretty soon here as well. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content I have with both of these devices. But very much looking forward to checking out the Galaxy Z Flip 3. Again, very super premium, very beautiful looking device. But going over to the Galaxy Z Fold 3. Like I said earlier, this is the device that I actually pre-ordered, and just going based off of what I saw on the event as far as it looks physically, it doesn't look too much different from the Galaxy Z Fold 2 in my opinion. Yeah, the back camera does look a little bit different. And then of course with that inside display, we now have that under display camera. So if you're using the device and you're not using that camera, you're not going to see it. It's going to look like a full display with no punch hole camera cutout, which I think is pretty cool. Now I'm not really sure how that's going to affect photo quality. Honestly, for me, I'm probably never going to use that camera, so it really doesn't matter to me because honestly, I don't even use the camera inside of the Galaxy Z Fold 2. If anything, I'm always using the outer 3 cameras or even the outer selfie camera on the smaller display on the outside. I'd never use that inside camera, at least not that I can remember. I don't think I've ever used it. I probably used it a couple times for my review and that was about it. So having that camera under the display is perfect for me. I have no problem with that, even if it does affect the quality, because I'm probably never going to use it anyways. But those are probably the only two physical differences that I've noticed just looking at the device on the event that was showing. But let's go ahead and go over some of the specs here. So for the main screen, we're getting a 7.6 inch dynamic AMOLED display, which is that inside display. And then the outer display will be a 6.2 inch cover screen, which I'm really glad that they stuck with that full screen display on the outside, because at least for this one, it's more narrow, which makes one-handed usage a lot easier. And you know, I don't always have to open up the device to do something. So it's always nice to be able to, you know, use that outer display and kind of use it as a regular phone. So I'm glad they kept that all screen display on the outside as well with the Z Fold 3. It's 271 grams. So it's the lightest fold yet is what they're saying. So I'm really curious to see how much lighter it's going to be compared to the Galaxy Z Fold 2. This one is also IPX8 water resistant. So just like the Galaxy Z Flip 3, if you happen to splash water on it, drop it in water, drop it in the toilet, you should be okay and not get any water damage. So that's one thing that I was kind of worried about with my Z Fold 2 is just getting it wet, because there are times where, you know, a phone like my Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, where I'll accidentally get it wet or drop it in water, but you know, it's water resistant, so I don't have to worry about that. And that's one thing I would worry about with the Z Fold 2. I was always very careful with that. So now I don't have to be, you know, as careful when it comes to getting my device wet, at least when it comes to the Galaxy Z Fold 3. It is also Armor Aluminum, which is 10% stronger, just like the Galaxy Z Flip 3. Got that Gorilla Glass Victus. We got the 3 camera setup in the back, wide 12 megapixel camera, ultra wide 12 megapixel camera, a telephoto 12 megapixel camera, and then a front 10 megapixel camera as well. Now I do believe that inside camera underneath the display is a 4 megapixel camera. So like I said, I'm probably never going to use it, but really still curious to see how well the quality is going to be, because again, it's under the display, and then on top of that, it's only 4 megapixels. So I don't know, we'll see once I get the device in hand. We do have a stereo speaker setup, intelligent dual battery, 4,400 milliamp battery, under display camera, like I said, 4 megapixel. It is a 5G device along with Wi-Fi 6E compatibility, and it also has S Pen compatibility as well. Now, it doesn't have the S Pen inside the device like what we have with the Galaxy Note series, but you could buy it separately along with the case to hold it as well. Now, the tip of that pen is a little bit different. It is a little bit of a softer tip. That way you don't risk, you know, damaging that inside display, because they do say that inside display is a little bit more durable than before, but you know, it's not going to be as durable as something like a regular device like this, your Note 20 Ultra or your S21 Ultra, where you can use, you know, the harder tip with the S Pen that comes with that device. So it's nice that they are giving us that option to be able to use an S Pen with the softer tip, because you know, there are times where I'm using this device, maybe I'm editing a photo or something like that, and where, you know, an S Pen would be nice to have so I can really get into detail with the picture that I'm editing. You know, sometimes it's tough just using your fingers, or even if I'm using this to edit a video or something, an S Pen would just definitely come in handy, especially with the big display like this. So I'm really glad that they're giving us S Pen compatibility. I really wish they would have allowed us, you know, to put it in the phone. That way we don't have to carry around a bulkier case. I don't know, I did get the case that comes with this that does hold the S Pen, so we'll see how it fits, we'll see how it works. Really excited to try it out. I believe it also does have the Bluetooth functionality. So all of the features that we have with the S Pen on the Galaxy Note device or the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, we should have all of those same features on the new Galaxy Z Fold 3. Now, you can't use say I want to get the S Pen for my Note and try to use that on the device. You can't. I mean, you probably could, but I know there's something that'll pop up and tell you, you know, don't use this S Pen with this device. You know, you have to use the S Pen that they specifically made for this device right here. So I personally wouldn't risk it. I wouldn't want to damage that inside display of my Z Fold 3, and then it's running One UI 3. Now, I did pre-order the Galaxy Z Fold 3, like I mentioned, and I actually got a really good deal out of it. You can actually go and pre-order right now. Pre-orders are live. I will leave links down in the description below. You can get up to you can get a lot off of these phones. So they're allowing you to trade in multiple devices if you want to get a, you know, a really cheap price on either of these devices. So for the Galaxy Z Fold 3 that I pre-ordered, I actually got it for $423.22, and then plus tax, 550 bucks, which is still over $1,000 less than what it's actually going for. So if you want to go check it out, like I said, I'll leave links down in the description below. This is for both devices. You can trade in multiple devices. You can trade in a smartphone, a tablet, and a watch all at the same time just to get that price down. And then you also have 21 days to try it out for free without any payment up front. Now, it does have to approve you. I actually use that just to test it out. Now, I usually don't do this. When I buy a device, I like to keep it for long term so I can see, you know, how it holds up 6 months later, a year later. But this is my money that I'm spending, all right? I'm not getting the phone for free or anything like that. So I really wanna make sure I make the right choice here. Like I said, I also wanna pick up the Galaxy Z Flip 3 as well. So having that 21-day buy and try is nice because you can try it out for 21 days without payment. If you decide, this phone's really not for me, you do have the option to return it. They give you a return label, so you don't have to pay anything extra and you don't have to pay anything up front. Unless you're only trading in one device or the discount isn't that big enough, if they're having to cover, over $1,000, they do make you pay some money up front. That's one thing I noticed until I added another device on there to bring the price down even more. Then they covered everything. I don't have to pay anything up front. But, honestly, I'm probably gonna end up keeping it anyways over those 21 days. Because like I said, I like my videos to be long-term. I like to update you guys, every couple of months to let you know how the devices are holding up. But if not, of course, I'll let you know here on the channel anyways. But like I said, I'll leave links down in the description below. Very excited to try these devices out, as well as the new Galaxy Watch 4 and the Galaxy Buds 2, which I do have on the way as well. Really curious to see just how good those are going to sound or how not good, not really sure. Like I said, I'll be covering it here on the channel. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell. Don't forget to leave a huge thumbs up on this video if you did like it. Thanks so much for watching. This is Josh Quinones. I will see you on the next one. Peace out.